you. It's always a question where some of the people around the world are always asking, where is Comoros? We are going to use one of the very easy way known today as Google Earth to identify and explore Comoros on its uniqueness values in the world. If you go inside the globe itself, you will identify between Madagascar Islands and African continent one of the strategic zone called the Mozambique Canal between Madagascar and East Africa. Identify the Comoro Islands on a Comoro of 4 islands, and one of the 4th island it is still under the authority of France. Even some of the frontier been defined by United Nations, resulting Mayotte to be part of the Comoro Islands. We always maintain our brotherhood and elements of the incorporated of Comoros of 4 islands. So for this moment, we are going to explore one of the very important sites and elements identifying Comoros on its uniqueness. The first element we are going to define is to know where is Comoros is located. Comoros is defined with 734,000 users on a countdown located. When you hear about Comoros, you hear about Kartala. How you identify and you find Kartala? Kartala is located one of the core part of the movement of volcano erupted in Comoros since ages of the creation of the islands, and today it's known one of the non-erupted and active volcano in the world. If we go around the location of satellite capturing imaging, you will identify the Comoro Islands has one of the latest volcano erupted in the islands, defining one of its newly born islands in the globe. Exploring the Comoros on its dimensions, it's resulting us to go again and see how the islands of Anzwan, which is we said it's already known as Anjun, is created. So when you create the dimension of exploring Anzwan, it's the 3rd islands in position and the 2nd islands in population and dimension, and it's located one of the strategic area of the Mozambique Canal. This is also known as the area where the transition between Comoros and Mayotte is happening today. So if you go again and go to explore some other area like the small islands, which is we call it the Mayotte, we call it the Moheli, we found that it has a uniqueness values in terms of fishing, and it's strategic in terms of its asset and resources of the sea. So it's one of the area that fishing can be a very important and a strategy asset of Comoros on its own. We, as a Comoran citizen, we always speculate elements of what Comoros presents today in the world, and the people, when they try to explore where they can go and see, visit and explore, they need to know where they may stay, how they will be able to live, and how they can be welcomed, and what are the different elements done in terms of hospitality. So for this, we mention about the Mount Kartala. We mention about the different areas that you can even find existing in Ngazija. So we will be going into exploring the different elements of Ngazija, and one of the area that a tourist can go today and explore, you are going to see the best places where you can go in your stay by going directly in the sea. You will find that there are specific zone where it's a landscape of sand and very lovely and wonderful seaside of the beach that allowing you to take your holiday honeymoon into the next level. And those elements are helping you to identify how the different areas where you may stay. We can call it the area of Hotel Les Arcades. It's also located there in Ngazija, nearby a very short distance to Moroni. And this is not the only place you can stay and you have your stay being assured with Comoran hospitality, but also it's giving you chances to explore many more other areas that you can even go to Galawa Beach. And this place, Galawa Beach, is located on the north corner of Ngazija, that you can see the full landscape of the sand and allowing you in a short distance to go to the sea and come back. And you remember, Comoran Sea is not just a sea, it's a very clean salty water, but it's very clean ocean water, and that's why the water is very clean and harmless, not the other countries where the pollution is very high. And you know that the Indian Ocean is one of the deepest ocean in the world. So when you imagine about Comoros, you imagine about where the islands are located on a volcano eruption activity that creates the island themselves. So the islands are situated in a very strategic location, and you can go again in Moroni and you find some different areas where you can go and visit the traditional known places in the capital. So not only on the capital only, but you can go to more other areas. So you travel from Ngazija, you go to Nzwan, you go to Moeli, and then if you have the visa to go to Mayotte, you can travel directly from Nzwan and you fly or you take the boats and you go directly to Mayotte. So those are only small references, but whenever you put your step in Comoros, it's not going to be easy for you to step out, because you will find the smile of the people, you will find the uniqueness, natural diversity of Comoros, you will find how Comoran citizens are living in a very low level of life, but their happiness is on the maximum level. So this is one of the rare elements, and the safety is 100% guarantee, because you may think that a country where the low level of life is very low, in poverty is very low, but when you find the dimension how Comoran hospitality is made of, what we know as the traditional marriage, you will find amazing hospitality kits that welcome a person to live on a society, live with a family without anything with him, and he may live, sleep, eat, and welcome and have interaction with the people without any cost on himself. And this is something that you cannot find anywhere in the globe. And when we are talking about those elements, that they are only small values for what we can find there in Comoros. I'm just going to give you a short overview how the other island, like the Moeli Island, is situated with its own dimension, and we explored already some other area in Nzwan, which is Moya, where we see the different areas, and this is very wonderful landscape. You can see the seaside, it's very wonderful. So when you are planning your honeymoon, your touristic journey in Comoros, plan not only to go to one place, but plan in a set of a package. So you can go to Ngazija, You have the hotels there, diversity. You can ask your travel agency, they will help you. You can ask to go to visit the landscape of Moheli. You can ask to go to visit the landscape of Unzwan. You can ask to go and live with the landscape of Mayotte, because all the 4 islands are situated in a very strategic area of Mozambique Canal between Madagascar and the East Africa. So those are the uniqueness elements that we can in summary say that Comoros today, it's one of the rare unexplored asset in the world, not only because of the population is very less, not because it's on a strategic location, not because the Comoros has now discovered natural resources in terms of petrol and gas, not because Comoros is the only country in that strategic area that has an international presence in all institutions. Comoro Islands is the only country on that region that belong to the Arabic culture, mixed with the Indian culture, mixed with the Shirazi culture, mixed with the Bantu and African culture, creating a unique mix that make Comoro on its unique values that it's been presented to be offered to the globe today. And that is exactly the purpose for us to make a short review about Comoros and making Comoros one of the best destinations you can choose to go as a businessman, as tourist, as a family, as a honeymoon. Thank you very much for being with us and wishing to see you very soon in Comoros.